That covers the New Testament. When we come to the Old Testament, the situation is different. Here, according to Geisler, there are the equivalent of 50 pages out of about 800 pages which are in doubt. Moreover, the manuscripts are not as abundant or as early for the Old Testament as for the New Testament. But Christian doctrine is based more primarily on the New Testament anyhow, and there are non-text critical reasons for supposing the Old Testament we have today is a faithful copy of its autographs. The Masoretic scribes had transcribing down to a fine art, nay, rather a precise science. They were well within the realm of obsessive compulsiveness in how careful they were. I believe they use the same methods today to copy the Torah by hand, but don't quote me on that. And you can get hand-copied Pentateuchs in Hebrew from Christian book distributors. They used to have them, and other places you can get them as well. Okay, so when the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered, they were seen to be much older than the Masoretic manuscripts. Yet when they compared the book of Isaiah between the Masoretic and the Dead Sea Scrolls, the two texts agreed very closely. Now, when people translate the Bible into English these days, they use these critical editions of the Old and New Testament that I've been talking about. So it is just as if they were translating directly from the physical autographs, the very first Bible. Moreover, the translations are normally done by teams of scholars, not individual scholars, and when we compare various English translations, they more or less all agree with one another, not with respect to word choice, but with respect to content. They're teaching the same ideas. And some translational committees are fairly conservative, while others are fairly liberal along this theological spectrum. So this goes to ensure that the contemporary translations, English translations, are good translations. They are not perfect. No translation from one language to another will be absolutely perfect, but they are good and reliable. From the modern English Bibles, we can reconstruct a theology of orthodoxy identical to the patristic theology, or the theology of the creeds that we talked about earlier. And when we compare the doctrines of the modern English Bibles to the theology of Mormonism, it is totally different. Mormon and biblical theology are diametrically opposed. Christian theology is biblical, and Mormonism is not biblical, so Mormonism is not Christian. And next we will look at deification, and then after that we will conclude. So we're almost done the series. Thank you.